How's it going, everyone? I want to talk about MSTR, MicroStrategy, as we had a big move up to the 543, way up in here. We actually did short this in the Discord, as you can see on the swing trade alerts here. You can see I was very bearish. I was doing the inverse of MSTR, which is SMST, and we were trying to make big money on it, and it went well over 100% returns, right? So now that I got the reversion to the mean, right? We had this big move up here. We're hitting these red bands here. We had time distance away from this EMA 5. We know price is going to come back to this at the very least. And a lot of the times is you get this little bounce and then we start reverting down, and now we're at the EMA 20. So the reason why I did not want to really go long till now is because we haven't hit this EMA 20 since 9/18. Well, the current date now is 11/26. And just a thing that I've learned and seen, and it's very repetitive, is if anything that don't touch this EMA 20 in 2 months is considered long. So 9/18 to 11/26 is well over 2 months, and that's why we had this swift candle, this swift reversion of the mean. Of course, we don't want to buy when price is up in here in this ATR4, because that's where price is going to get corrections, and that's what we had here. We had this supernova going up, and then it comes right back down. This was your liquidity candle right here to lure in people, retail traders, so big money can get out. So MSTR, I am definitely bullish on it. As you can see, we are right now on my favorite EMA to go long, which is the EMA 20. This right here hits it and then it bounces up. So you can see in the Discord my exact plan here. I'm looking for 10% gains, which is very easy to do with trading in. I'm going to do it on MSTX, which is the ETF for MSTR. It's the 2 times daily long. So if MSTR goes up 5%, well, MSTX will hit 10% gains. So I said I'm bullish on MSTR. So if you're not in the Discord, I give you guys just a free little hint here, because I really like this one a lot. We had this big, massive move down. This is really where you can get really just a continuation of the trend, or just a nice little bounce up from here, kind of like you've seen when we hit this EMA 10 here. We had this bounce up, and then we come back up, and then of course we're you can easily come back and break that, and so we hit the 20, and then we should get a bounce up. So that's what I'm looking for. Everything doesn't have to be perfect, but as you can see, when you get close to this 20, that's when it had the next big move up. And we haven't hit it since 9/18, so I don't see anything wrong with this move down. I think this is just a reversion to the mean to a move back up. And if we look at the data price range from this to the upper band, this is a 64% return. I don't suspect it to go back up and hit these upper bands. And you might ask, well, what are these bands here? Well, these are going to be your Keltner channels. I have them customized to be extremely overextended if it hits this. So when I see price just hit this band, I don't get in right away. I like to see if it hugs it. You see how like you hit here, hugs it, and then go down? Well, what we want to see is for conservative gains is, when's the last time we touched the EMA 5? And the EMA 5 gets touched very often. Like we hit this and then we go drop down to it. It's a very short EMA, but your final reversion to the mean with this strategy is this 20. Now, if this starts going below this 20 here, then we have a downtrend. So a lot of the times I like to give, anything that goes down quite a bit, like you could see with your eye, like, okay, if it goes down like in this area where my line is, then I probably don't want it anymore. And you can see like probably about a 10% stop loss from this EMA 20. And that's very doable, because you're like, if it goes down there, I don't want it. And, and I can just play it to the upside, because a lot of the times is with this strategy and this probability, you're going to get very good probabilities of this going your way. So I want to play MSTX. As you can see, it's more volatile. MSTR is right on the EMA 20, which we care about this chart more. MSTX is just to get more leverage. You can see when you go up 25%, this one up 25%, that means MSTR went up around 12, 13%. So you can get more massive returns even on just a little dead cat bounce here. So MSTR, we hit this down here. We got to this lower band on the 15-minute chart, and you can see where you had this nice little correction up. Just this little move here was a 6-7% bounce, and that would be a 14% gain for MSTX. So you can see how I'll show you on here, it should be about 14. Yeah, you can see how right here, that's just this little bounce here is a 16% return because it's going to be double of the MSTR. So that's my game plan. I think this is extremely, extremely good for a continuation of the trend. I definitely like this one. I alerted in the Discord. I'm going to tell you guys my exit strategy. You guys know though, if I'm up 10% though, it doesn't matter. You take those gains because you don't want the market to take it back, and then you trail and stop the rest of your shares. Let's say you want to sell 80%, that's fine, and then trail stop the 20% of your shares. So this is MSTR. A lot of people probably got in way up in here. Unfortunately, that's when I was a bear. Now I'm bullish down here, right here. And if we look at the chart, what happened to the last time? Like, let's look at some scenarios. Like when we had a very strong uptrend, you could see this was the case down here back in February. We had this massive move up, right? And we had these reversions to the means. I would have shorted it on this candle where it's way above the red band. We had this reversion to the mean. It goes down 21%. And then if I did an inverse, that would be a 40% gain. And then it goes way up again, and then reverse the mean. But you could see how right in this candle here, we maintained the EMA 20. I love to buy it right here for this continuation of the trend. Now, would I keep buying it? It gets more riskier because just like support and resistance, the more you test this EMA 20, the more times it could break it and form a downtrend. So you got to take advantage of, okay, if it hits this area, I'm going to really take advantage of this area. Now, if it hits this again, yeah, you would have made money here still. But as you can see, the more times it hits it, bounce, hits, and then finally forms a downtrend. So this was a very strong trend because you were hitting the red band. And then you have these clear reversions to the mean. I want to look at one more maybe, like for example, this one right here, very strong trend. We hit the 10, we kept bouncing. We get very close. I would account this as a very nice EMA 20 type play, and look at this big move up. And then you can see right in here, we started breaking through the trend, and this is where you don't want to be in it because when the EMA 20 starts to being the upper band, it's definitely a downtrend, and that's why having a conservative 10% stop loss is good. But you can see more often than not, this strategy works with very nice trends. I think this is looking like a very nice play. Easy 10% in my opinion, if not more. Trading MSTX, you could probably get about 30% gain on this level here. So this is MSTR. I'm very bullish due to these reasons. I don't see anything, not to be bullish, but do keep in mind you got to have a clear stop loss, 10% from this EMA 20. But the risk versus reward is good. A lot of people have been chasing this thing with random levels. This right here makes sense. You're at that reversion to the mean. We haven't touched it yet. We were due for that, and that's why no one should have bought it till this day right here. So hope you guys like this analysis. If you want to join the premium Discord, definitely join. You can click the link down below in the YouTube comments below. It will say join the premium Discord for my alerts and system. It will take you to this free chat landing page, and like I said, if you want to be a member, this right here does not mean you're a member yet. If you do want to be a member, just hit day trade alerts, and this will give you access to everything day trades and swing trades for all-time low cost of $12 a month. Or you can hit server shop and you can see the two memberships I offer. I do offer swing trades for $6 a month too, but it just depends. More alerts if you want. You're going to want the day and swing trading plus, and then that would make your name gold like this guy, like Siege Oil, this guy. But yeah, this is just make a quick video to give you guys a little bit of confidence of why I'm bullish here. So if you're holding it a little higher, just wait for the bigger reversion to the mean. Like if you look at the chart and you say we haven't hit in over 2 months, you probably shouldn't buy it on the EMA 10. Of course, you had a nice little bounce here. This was a beautiful move here to here. This was a 21% move. This was nice. But like I said, if it hits the 10 and then it comes back to the 10, more likely than not, it's going to probably break it. And that's why we hit the 20. This is your fresh start on this reversion to mean. So I hope this analysis works for you guys. I can see this potentially making a whole new high. It's very very thin, but I do think we'll probably go to the middle of this big candle here, and that will probably be a nice resistance here, but we'll see. Can it go to the very high? Yes, but it's, no one knows exactly. So I hope you guys liked this analysis. If you guys want to give a like, subscribe, comment, I appreciate it, and I'll upload more videos of following the trend. I don't do these as often, but when I do see a strong setup, this is a nice follow the trend idea. All right, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next video. If you guys want to be a member, hit day trade alerts, and you'll get access to all the channels here for 12 bucks a month. And if you do subscribe, do it on your computer. If you do it on your phone and you have an Android, you will have to subscribe on your computer or just use your phone's browser like Google. So do keep that in mind. But it's best if you do it on a computer because you'll avoid the iOS fee. All right, guys, thank you so much. I'll catch you in another video.